Let's speak to the city authorities now. Randy Wilson is the transport manager for the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. Mr. Wilson, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. You started this campaign, and yesterday there was protest. Today, another resistance. Are you sure you can succeed?
Well, I'll say a big thank you to you and your team for getting in touch with us and wanting to hear our part of the story. And then I say a big thank you to also all your listeners. Well, the question is, are we going to succeed? To me, I will say the tricycle operators will obey the rules that the Assembly has set up and then go according to the rules that have been set. And if there are any grievances, they come for us to sit and talk about it and then do things in a way that will go to the benefit of the Assembly, the tricycle operators, and then the traveling public. And at the end of the day, we will all succeed in doing this. I say that we are human beings, and therefore, when policies or issues come up, we should deal with them as such and not resort to the use of force or not, show machoism in such situations, but rather sit, jaw, and then find solutions that will make our lives better. The city authority is there to plan and regulate activities for its citizenry. And so therefore, once a while these things come up, you take decisions and you go ahead with it. I'm happy he mentioned that you go to Sunyani, you go to Bechim, you go to Techiman, and it is there. It means the people over there understood the engagement and they went with it, and this is what has happened. Maybe in Bechim, the tricycles there are just a few, okay, and they can easily be identified. But just imagine the volumes in Kumasi. We have tried over the period to look for them, although we all know tricycle operations for commercial purposes. It's an illegality. But we have tried over the period to look for them, look for their leadership, and see how we can get things at least shaped in such a way that there are some standards and regulations put in place to guide their activities. But you call today, it is these people. Tomorrow, somebody says freedom of association. Another time, no, we are not coming, and that sort of thing. And so it's been a little difficult getting them. But then, this idea of bringing a tricycle in, that is brought up this news in Ghana, is as a result of a transport reorganization exercise being carried out by KMA. We started this about a year or so ago. Last year, 1st September, the mayor engaged all transport operators. We're doing the same tomorrow. If you have a reporter in Kumasi, let the person come to the Prempeh Assembly Hall tomorrow at 9 a.m. The mayor does this every quarter with the transport operators. So on the 1st of September, we had a meeting. We agreed to reorganize transport services. But then on the 29th of April, during the assembly meeting, the assembly members said that tricycle operation is gradually gaining ground in the country, in the city. And so therefore, if we are thinking of reorganizing public transport services, we should add the tricycle operators to it. Okay, and they said that we should ban the activities within the central business district because the CBD is already choked. The second thing is that we are reducing the number of taxis and tours and those. So add that of the tricycle operators into this. And it just came in on the 29th of April. Last week, Thursday and Friday, there was another General Assembly meeting. And over there, for about 30, 45 minutes to an hour, the discussion was on the tricycle operations. And the decision was, let's go ahead, implement this ban. If there are any issues, the tricycle operators will come. We will sit down, we will set standards, we will set boundaries, we will set regulations to help us manage within our area. Although at the national level, their operation is illegal. the General Assembly accepted to do something about it. And so to me and my team and the Assembly, when we met the transport operators, we agreed on a few of these things. And we expected that they will go ahead, obey them. When they obey and there are teething issues, we'll sit down again and shake things, and then we'll all be happy at the end of the day.
Okay.
And so if you ask whether we are going to succeed, I know we will succeed. And then we, the Assembly, the taxi, the trotro, the long distance, the cargo, the tricycle operators, and the passengers will all win at the end of the day, and Ghana will win.
Let me, please be on the line for me. I want you to stay there because I want to ask the tricycle operators why this is not the way they are seeing things. So if you could kindly stay on the line, I'll be grateful.
Okay.
I am Dago Dauda, is secretary of the Pragya operators in Kumasi. Dauda, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. The city authorities say they want to sanitize the area. They have outlined their reason for doing that. You are engaging in an illegality. They have been tolerating you. They want to sanitize the system. You are not allowing them. Why?
Yes, good evening to your cherished listeners. Yeah, that was this last month, June. We were served with a letter. We had a meeting with the KMA. We attended, and when we got there, they only gave us a directive that they are trying to limit the movement of the Pragya operation in the central business district. Then we asked them to tell us our offenses that they are trying to do that to us. Then they told us that they only call us to give us the directive. They have not called us to give our opinion. Then that meeting ended that way. Then on the 5th of July last month, they talked again that they were having a road safety meeting with us. So we attended it at the KMA, the Evan Rose. That was where the meeting took place. Then when we went, they started with the road safety campaign. Then along the line, they surprised us again with their, their demarcation that they want us to, desist from coming into the central business district. So we asked them if they would be kind enough to tell us the rest of the cost that they are expanding the project from the central business district. Then they told us that the city is congested, so therefore the assembly is undertaking a decongestion exercise. Then we told them that we are all in Kumasi and we know what goes in there. So if I say the central business is congested and you are going to undergo a decongestion exercise, then they start from us. When you go to Accra and other places, when a truck loads from a certain point, unless the truck gets to a bus stop, it will not stop at any place to alight or load passengers. But when you come to Kumasi, a truck who is loaded from Mambote will stop on the road from Mambote to KTR runabout, or to Force runabout now, and offload passengers and loads. They are crossing the go slow. When you come to KTR, where the KTR phase 2 is taking place, when you are coming from the supermarket, that's the VIP station, coming to Two Force runabout, you realize that part of the road is being given to market women and other hawkers. Even when the construction is going on, they should start those hawkers so that they will be able to, free the market. Then when you go to Bosefen, that's from Edum headed to Two Force runabout, you realize that the KMA has given the trotro drivers the chance to stand on the road as a safety. They've taken part of the road as their safety to be loaded. So we raise this concern that their campaign to start from those places. When they are able to, start them from the city and their still go slow, we, the private operators, will appreciate that we are those crossing it and we will agree to go to the new site and work. That was our concern we raised to them. They have not replied. So we gave them a formal letter on the 18th of July. Up to date, we made a follow-up. Then it was that the KMA boss is not around, then the letter has gotten to the director's office. Up to now, they have not replied us formally.
I see. Now, what that means that you will continue to operate despite what they have said?
Well, the KMA, they have their authority to do what they are trying to do. the way of dealing with them, based on their demarcation, it means, or in one way or the other, it's just a total ban of the private operating in the city. Because that demarcation they've given to us, they are rather telling us to go to the highway so that heavy vehicles will even kill us more than what they are saying. Because when you take Kinyai and Itima, for instance, they are banning the project from highway. But when you come to Kumasi, they are rather banning the project from the central business district and asking us to go to the highways and operate. Based on their demarcation, that is what they are telling us.
All right. Thank you for speaking to us. That's Ayamdago Dauda, he's secretary of the Pragya operators in Kumasi. Let me conclude with Randy Wilson, who is with the KMA. Randy, under what law are you operating, by the way, by asking these people to do what they're doing? Because they say that there are bigger corporates that you should be dealing with, the commercial bus drivers. You've ignored them and gone for them.
Okay. So you see how he responded to the issue. There is congestion in town. There are crashes in town. There are issues in town that we need to deal with. We need to deal with them one group after the other, okay? And what he's saying means they are ready to comply. But go and deal with my neighbor before you come to me. But in my submission earlier, I told you that the transport reorganization is something that has been going on for some time. They only came into the picture just on the 29th of April. And so therefore, these people that he's mentioning, I'm pretty sure if you ask him if he's ever heard of any taxi driver being arrested or a cargo vehicle which is parked in town going beyond the limit that is supposed to go, he will tell you yes, a couple of times it gets done. So already we are working on the taxis, the trotters, the long distance, the illegal stations and those things. But this time, the whole reorganization thing are the tricycle operators, and that is all. And that is what we are doing. He is asking us to go deal with these people, and if there is still congestion, then we come to them. He's forgotten that their activity is purely illegal in Ghana. And if our laws were to be used and obeyed, they shouldn't even be in existence. But the city is being lenient in trying to continue your business, and then get yourself restricted to areas that won't let the city be able to move. The city center should be able to breathe. It should be easy for people to move, go and come. Okay? So whoever is there, we are restricting activity. You are a new one that is coming into the system. The taxis, the trotters that he's mentioning, we've given them locations on the street. Yes, there's an on-street project that we launched back in 2016 or something, and it's been there. This came about when we finished KJTR reconstruction. KJTR, before the construction, could take about 1,000 to 1,200 vehicles. But after reconstruction, we have only 108 slots. So less than 10% of the former KJTR capacity is what we have now. And because of that, there was a proposal for the on-street stations to put some of the taxis and trotters on selected streets so that they could provide service to people within the city. Okay. And that is what they are mentioning, that there are illegal stations on the street. But it is something that the metro security, the regional security know about it, and it is there. If they obey the instructions now, and we get to see that, things have been streamlined, okay, then such a place, we can earmark and give it to the tricycle operators. Right. Give them 4 slots to be here. Let these people also be at this end. Let those other ones be here and there, and then we all are able to move.
Let's move forward quickly. Let's move forward quickly. Yeah. Do you have a KMA bylaw that says no tricycle?
Yeah, you asked about a bylaw.
Do you have one?
Traffic Act. Yes. The LI 2180, the national level.
No, are you using the LI or the bylaw? Which one are you working with?
The LI says tricycles are not supposed to be used for commercial purpose. The first one.
No.
The KMA bylaw, the Urban Passenger Transport Services bylaw.
Says what?
Tricycles, yes. Tricycles are not supposed to provide commercial services.
No problem. That's a general crime. I'm talking about this your decision not to let them enter the central business district. What law are you working under? Because you are not banning tricycles. You are preventing them from entering certain spaces. And I'm saying, what law are you working on
the Assembly has the power to come out with policies and programs to help plan and manage the city.
Okay, so that's what you are doing. So this is a policy plan, not a law. Let's leave it here. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's the transport manager for the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, Randy Wilson.